Put some clothes on with Will B. Ginter. Have some class. This is YouTube, guys. Nudity is unacceptable. Internet, you let me down. I got no suggestions at all for a new shirt design, so I'm just going to have to tap into my weird mind and come up with one of my own. Alright, now here's what I'm starting out with. I've got this blank canvas, which is about 7 inches by 7 inches. I figure that'll be a good size for a t-shirt graphic, and it's at 300 DPI so that the image is nice and detailed when it's printed out on the screen printing, the silk screen. But I'm going to use these images here as the base. We got 2 ice cream cones there. What am I going to do with that? Well, you'll have to wait and see. And now I made these pictures right here. Now this is me. And I edited these and I thought they're pretty cool. And I figured, how am I going to use these? Well, now I'm going to implement them into this t-shirt design. And we'll just have to see how she turns out. Alright, I'm going to get started. Alright, and to start out, I just wanted to clear off the space and get everything set up so that you can see it from all angles. And I wanted to remove the background of this ice cream cone first to get things started. And of course, I went with the magic wand. But with more realistic pictures, there are so many variations of colors and some blend into each other that just, as you can see, it doesn't really work all the time, and you can change the tolerance around, but sometimes it's just better to go with the eraser. And I mean, there wasn't really much that had to go around. I wanted to keep those little drips at the bottom, but then just go around it and everything else would be pretty simple to delete that. Make things a little easier for myself, make them a little bit smaller. And then once that was done, I just pasted it onto the blank canvas, and since it was 300 DPI, I had to make things a little bigger because the ice cream cones weren't that big. But then I moved on to the next ice cream cone, and that background was a lot easier. I only had a little bit here and there to erase. But that one was a lot quicker. Got that in there, resized it. But then I kind of wanted to see if they were similar in size. The one was going to be a little closer, so it could be bigger. And then I wanted to move on to the next face, and I wanted to, chop things down so that it was easy to deal with. But what I was going to do is I want to put the faces on the ice cream cone. The faces were the scoops, and I might distort them a little bit. I had to change it so that it would fit more likely. But then as you can see, it had to be scrunched like that, so that would change it so it didn't quite look like me. Then I just needed to erase things around so that it fit more in the shape. But then I decided, as I was doing this a little bit of the way, that maybe I should just erase everything but the features. And it doesn't matter about the rest of the face. It doesn't need to actually look like a face. It just needs the facial features, like the eyes, the mouth, and the nose, maybe. So I just started erasing everything real quick, and as you can see here, the magic wand does come in handy on these types of pictures because there's only a few colors, and they vary right next to each other. I mean, you got the black against the gray. It'd be real easy to select that. So as you can see, it's popping out a little more. But this I'm gonna do a lot more with the ice cream cone itself. But it's kind of what I was looking for. Kind of make it a weird looking ice cream cone, laughing at that melted cone down there. Then I wanted to bring in the other face and do the same thing. Got to kind of make it see-through so you can see the cone behind it, so you know if you're at the right size and what you need to erase and whatnot. So I just wanted to put that one below it, kind of like he's licking. He's trying to get those little drips of that the pinkness. But yeah, he's the other scoop. Each face gets its own scoop. Just was doing the same thing, trying to erase everything but the facial features. And as you can see, that one doesn't stand out as much, so I'm gonna have to change the colors a bit. But there I wanted the drips to actually come over his face, so it looked more more like he was only the green scoop. And I'm not sure if I'm going to keep it green. I'm probably going to change the color of that. But yeah, just letting the drips blend into the face and cover him a little bit. But I figured that looked pretty decent. So I saved that and moved on to the last face. And this guy is going to be the unfortunate one. I had to switch it and swivel it to kind of get it to go at the angle that cone is at. Not too hard to do at all. Just a little resize here. We're going to do the same thing as I did with the other faces. Kind of scrunch it and let it fit in with the actual picture. Just get rid of all the excess parts of the face I don't really need. And with this one, actually, I mean, you can see that the ice cream's melting. So you can see here in a little bit, what I did was after I got everything cleared out of there, I took the lasso and I moved each of the eyes out of place a little bit as like they were melting away from the actual face. Give it a distorted look. But you know, that's pretty much where I'm at after I get that one there. Alright guys, this is where I'm at for now. I'm going to have to finish this up in the next video I do, but it's coming along quite well. And as always, if you want to add my site to your secret stash of bookmarks, then click that first link down below and add it to your favorites so you can keep checking back for changes. But if you want to see me go through some extreme changes in 2013, then you might want to help me reach my goal of walking from Delaware to California next year to help kids reconnect with nature. And if you click the second link down below, you'll get details on how you can pick up a CD that not only helps kids reconnect with nature and not only helps me reach my goal, but it also helps out some local musicians. So go on, take a look and get your own CD. Like, comment, subscribe. Click that subscribe button if you want to see next week's video. It's gonna be on my other YouTube channel. Go on, do it.